Would you rather be a best friend or a side piece?
Are you cheating or your best friend is?
The best friend is cheating and you're a homewrecker.
Well,
homework.
Well, if you open the door, honey,
yeah, like.
So basically, the person. This is not my question, by the way. But the person just put that there.
Disclaimer.
The person that you have a crush on has a main person. So that's where the question came about. Would you be their best friend or would you be
while they're in a relationship?
Okay, but are we starting with like we've been best friends and like we both realize we have like feelings for each other, but the person has a main
right? Or
piece?
is it like I have a crush on my best friend?
Yeah, like
has
what
a
is
main
the
person?
Yes.
What is it?
I think that's what that is, but I think it could go to.
But you have a crush.
Like if I'm best friends with somebody and then my emotions develop, and like I finally feel these emotions while they're in a relationship. I think that's like a different.
But how do you go to being a side piece if that your best friend don't have feelings for you as well?
Well, I guess it's an either or. So I guess in that scenario of would you rather be a side piece, that would be like a different type of thing. Yeah, like I wouldn't want to do that.
That's just
I feel like that's like a stepping myself down.
So you're saying that,
and then you're cheating. So
are you cheating or your best friend is?
The best friend is cheating and you're a homewrecker.
Well, if you open the door, honey,
like
you step into the home.
I do believe if you open the door, then it's like.
No,
I'm not saying
the best friend had a longer relationship than the person.
I'm not gonna say it's not my.
You got the keys to the
I wouldn't want anybody to do that to
no,
me.
I agree.
So I'm not gonna do that to somebody.
But I feel like it's hard to talk about a situation that you're not in.
But I don't have to be in it to know that it's wrong.
So
it could be wrong.
It can be wrong, but when you have feelings involved, your whole perspective changes.
You get dumb when you have
okay. So I don't know if it's just me. I don't allow any of that stuff to.
Well, I can't say.
I haven't been in that situation before, but I have been in something maybe similar where I'm not in a relationship with anybody, but I have liked somebody, and then months later I find out that they have somebody that they were purposefully hiding. Once I found out, then
I'm sorry.
I mean, like, yeah, or like not even purposefully hiding, but they try to make it seem like it wasn't anything. But once I found out that it was, I ceased communication because I don't think that that's right.
So what was
emotions involved?
What did they show? What was?
They just flat out said it.
But what did they do with the other person?
That's their person that they go with.
That's
their partner. That's their boyfriend, girlfriend. That's
it wasn't like someone that they talked to.
They were somebody that they were in a relationship with that doesn't know that they like to do a whole bunch of other stuff.
Well, at the end of the day,
now let me make it clear, they weren't doing anything with me. But I'm just saying, like, if you're doing that whole flirtatious thing and you got that whole thing going on, but you have somebody that you're committed to. That's not cool. I wouldn't want anybody doing that to me.
Well, I will say I cannot say yay or nay because like Ezra said, like when you have feelings involved, it's not a yes or no.
You get.
I'm not gonna say it's not a yes or no.
I mean,
that's not funny. Ezra. No,
I wasn't not like that.
No.
Jokingly, you get.
Yeah, so I feel like no, that's not funny. Wait, you making fun of a special person?
No, I'm not. That's the thing, though.
Mimicking.
I'm not mimicking. I promise you, I'm not.
You know he's mimicking somebody?
I'm not mimicking anybody. I swear.
Oh, okay. So I can laugh.
Yeah, like I'm not mimicking.
Go ahead with your point.
At the end of the day, I feel like
you just get dumb.
If you're not in the situation or you've never been in a situation like that, it's hard to say yay or nay because it's not always just a yes, a straight yes and a straight no.
Because sometimes things happen.
But where, but guys, but where does some type of moral?
No, of course, you can all sit here and be like, I would never do that. Until you're in a situation.
No, but it's not even just that, y'all. Because at some point, Okay, now let's say you were in that situation. You mean that at any point during that you're going to be like, okay, maybe this isn't like this.
I mean,
is
yes.
wrong. Maybe do you think that maybe you should say something to that person first before you continue things with me? But see, when you have a like a moral compass and be able to be like, all right, come on, like.
But the thing is, with
my feelings can't stop me from doing something with you, but you could at least be honest with.
So you're saying first make them aware before you do it.
My thing is give the person the room to make the decision.
Okay, you can make the decision, but you won't be doing anything with me while you make that decision.
But wait,
I'm saying on both parties.
So now our best friend knows that we like them and they like us too. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, for scenario purposes. For scenario purposes, yeah.
But then Corey was saying when you do the side piece thing, that's no strings attached. So that means it don't matter if he has feelings for you or not. You're just doing activities with the person.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. My morals.
Okay.
Well, for me, like
moral compass.
I'm not like over here.
No strings attached means no commitment. The way I see it, not
with the best friend, not with the person that they're already with.
But that's blurred lines.
Well, for me, like
listen, I'm gonna be real.
For me, I cannot say yes or no.
Yeah, I
wouldn't know what I do to me. Yes, I do. Yes, things do happen. Blah blah blah.
Things do happen. Yeah. So,
but like for me, it's just like I have this thing. Like, okay, do we know what's up? Type thing. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like,
so meaning if they know what this is already, then there should be no.
And it's just like honestly, do you want it to go further? Type. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want it to go further?
I mean, if I like my best friend, I would like to have it go further.
But at the same time, too, we have to also talk about the fact that just because y'all are best friends don't mean you're supposed to be together. So sometimes you're better off as best friends.
Okay, so do y'all want to take the fact that they're with somebody out the question?
Let's just take that
because I feel like okay, let's just take that.
That's very important.
Okay, so let's important. But I feel like there's some relations that you're not supposed to date. Like if you're a best friend, they're best friends with somebody. You're like not all the time you're gonna end up together, and not all the time we end up on the good side of being together.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what if they start doing their feelings and they don't know?
Child,
that's unknown.
Right? What am I supposed to do with that?
Because I mean, that's true. Because a best friend is different than a partner.
Yeah.
So like, there's certain things that you won't find out.
Yeah, and there's some things that ruin your relationship as the best friend. When you go into partnership. So do you value
that over starting something new with them?
It depends on what you're ready.
I mean, honestly, if somebody's there, well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't speak on this right now because of like I don't really want to be in a relationship anyway. So it's just like we're not going nowhere. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's not going nowhere. Like I don't really have that. Now it's different if like now you really want to pursue this person, but they with somebody.
And you gotta wait your turn.
It's like that's.
That's true. No, very true.
I don't like that.
But it's like I don't think you just stand on the stuff. You just stick on the sidelines.
I'm not saying stand and just be the cheerleader until it's your turn to play the game.
Me, it's just like, okay, if you're in a relationship, like you do.
See, but my thing is, if I like somebody,
but they always end up spinning the block, honey.
See, but if I like somebody, if I like somebody, then that means that I really like that person. So. If you are in a relationship, I have to disengage from you as a whole. Because
that's true.
Because then this is where y'all's points are validated for me. Because then I would find myself doing things that I'm like, okay, Amari, like you know better, but I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be like, okay, I have to disengage from this person as a whole. So
that's me. If I like you, if I have feelings for you, strong feelings for you, like I like it shows. Like I love hard, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, I like him, but I'm gonna just be like, hey, best friend. No, like you're gonna know, your person's gonna know, and that's gonna just make it worse. I'm sorry, like, especially if we have that type of relationship where I'm comfortable with you, regardless of your person's there or not, like. They're gonna see the vibe, like they're gonna feel the energy. They're gonna know, like it's more to it than it's not no battle. Cause I'm not fighting for nobody.
Not saying like a fight, but like when y'all hang around,
it's gonna be funny.
Like
but no, I'm not doing it on purpose to be like, I like your man. And like it's not gonna be none of that. But like you're gonna definitely feel the vibe.
Like I don't have time for those type of atmospheres. I don't have time for it. Like all of that would irritate me. Like,
but that's why I said I would rather just not be there.
My first comment was like, I was joking a little bit. But all in all, like I am a moral person. Like I'm just like, like I'm not about to do this with you. If I know I'm starting to feel for you, I gotta either do something with my feelings, figure it out, or
And okay, we all have done things obviously that have gone beyond what we consider a morale type of standpoint, obviously. But it's just like
that's good.
I don't know. Thinking about that, that would hurt my feelings if I found out that somebody was doing that. So that would hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to me.
It's happened
to me, but it's just like it happened to me. So next, no, I'm joking.
It happened to me like elementary. It happened to me a lot in elementary school. I'm never going home.
Elementary?
Yeah. Dude.
That's trauma.
Yo. I kid you
no
not.
Offense.
Wait, no, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to discredit your feelings.
We can dead laugh at it.
Like, no, I'm not trying to discredit your feelings, but like for me, I don't consider like middle school and like elementary school relationships.
You know what? I didn't either. I don't. But then I started to realize that certain things that happen as a kid, it has a role.
No, it definitely plays a role.
Yeah.
But I never consider those relationships real because like, bro, you really don't even understand like, your feelings.
I won't even say all that because it.
Oh, you want a hug?
No, it'll make me sound.
I'm
like
not giving you one, but I'll
jerk.
just tell the people that you need a hug.
You need tissue?
No, he said he's gonna sound like a jerk.
I'll sound like a jerk, so I just want to say, stop. Don't use my stuff.
So I guess just leading to our conversation for the day.
I thought that was it.
Should best friends have boundaries?
What happened?
Absolutely.
Everybody should have boundaries.
Right, you should have boundaries with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm learning it the hard way. Everybody needs to have boundaries.
Did you expound on the hard way?
What's one boundary for you?
Huh?
What's one boundary for you?
A boundary for me is like we not talking every day all day.
Okay, Amari.
I just like my space, and I'm just very particular. So if I set that boundary of whatever it is, like I want to be left alone, or even if it's don't text or call me after a certain time, don't text or call me after a certain time and leave me alone. I mean it.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Do you have any boundaries?
I have boundaries, but like I'm not in that like area now where they need to be, because I'm not looking for something. So it's like
they're not just relationship boundaries; they're boundaries in general.
I mean, with anybody, it's like no means no.
Basically,
yeah, no means no.
Yeah.
Rachel.
I could pretty much like what Shine and Amari said. Like, I'm not. Well, I had to realize this is a boundary I had to set. Like, I'm not sitting on the phone with you all the time. Yeah. Especially if like
falling asleep on the phone.
Even the whole thing of like not even if you are my boyfriend or whatever it is, like there has to be a certain limit. And like I didn't realize what it was until I was in a particular relationship where it's like we were okay with not communicating like throughout the day. It's like when we talk, when we don't, it's cool. Like there's nothing to it. And like, I had to compare I had to compare the two relationships. I'm just like, bro, so why do I feel like I have to sit here and talk to this person all day, every day? But I realized that wasn't for me. That was more so me trying to do something for them.
Some people like that though, like 24/7 in this.
Wait, what?
No, some people like that, like.
No, yeah, and I realized like I had to realize that wasn't for me. Like I didn't. It's like after a while it started annoying me, but I'm just like I'm not doing this for me. I was doing this for the other person, but then that was a boundary that I had to set, regardless of how it played out. Like that was something that I had to do.
I think if I had, and how did you take care of yourself? As a self-care as a boundary.
So it made it seem like the boundary was that they had to do it for you. That's what we interpret. Okay, so they have to care for you in a certain way. Okay. I don't see that as a problem. So,
but that's not self-care.
What boundary means?
That's not self-care then.
No.
Because that's some like we can more so say like them respecting
your
like,
need,
not because you want them to give you like.
So it's a line that marks the limit of an area. So it's basically like drawing a line in the sand, like halting at a certain point.
So explain the self-care. So I need to I really truly want to understand because I love self-care, but I'm trying to say how that's a boundary with other relationships.
Because each one of us have to have it.
So are you saying the people that you have relationships with have to have a level of self-care?
Correct.
You just said two different things.
Yeah. Interpret it differently.
No, because we asked you for clarification.
You didn't
wait. So I'm explaining. So what you're saying is that in order for a person, intimate or not, to be able to be in your space, they have to upkeep themselves a certain way. That's a boundary for you. Sure. And then but when we asked you, do they have to do something that's labeled as self-care for you to be considered a boundary? Okay, cool. Because
so we all need So I
need to take care of myself so I can be homies with you.
Correct. That's your mental health.
And you practice self-care as well.
I don't think that's a boundary though, Corey. I think that's more of like a preference or like a stipulation.
Wait, but are we taking self-care as caring outwardly or caring inwardly, like mental health.
Regardless,
for me, it's mental health and inwardly.
Okay, but so that's something that you're required. That's
so basically they have to take care of themselves, because then if they come to him crazy,
no, I get it.
Okay,
I get it. I get it. I get it.
So you don't want to be the person that's listening to someone vent and stuff like that. I didn't say that. No, I'm asking because
venting doesn't mean you don't have.
Not saying like it's
like
you're.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
Out of whack, but
I'm confused.
Just pretty much like healthy. Like you want the person to make sure they take care of their mental health, their emotional health. Okay, cool.
And I expect the same thing for me too. Same thing.
All right, got it.
Boundary. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I would use that in that terminology.
Yeah, me either.
Peculiar.
Yeah. But I would say a preference of mine is somebody that's in therapy or something.
I would say that's like a preference, because a boundary is basically like, I guess, where like one thing starts and another ends. Like you can kind of pinpoint the space between a thing is like the boundary perimeter. But I agree though. I think preferences, you should have preferential.
That was just very interesting.
Things when you have
that was very thought provoking.
Yeah. One of my preferences is definitely mental health or therapist or something, because that I noticed that helps like within relationships itself. You're not, it's not as this on the person, you know, because you have other outlets, and I mean that too, like your personal life, like you have something else going on outside of me and you being together.
So now
or me being your only friend.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we can group it all together. We can just dish out a couple of different ones. I mean, I know that I have boundaries that I have for people when things go too far in a relationship, or just a friendship, really. For example, like sometimes if my friends and I get into arguments or certain things, I have boundaries on where it stops. So it doesn't get too far, and so it doesn't get to a place where now we're like hitting below the belt or being disrespectful. For example, definitely. And it sounds like a lot, but this is just for me, and I don't really care. I have gotten into like arguments with my friends at school, and they'll get all upset and start like cursing me out, and that's a boundary of mine. Like, don't yell at me, don't curse at me. Like that's just
and they're not joking. They're being like serious.
Yeah, they're being serious.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like because their way that they argue. I know they're never gonna like do, but I don't do like the putting your hands. Like I know there's friends that they fight like that. I don't fight like that. I don't yell at in my face. Don't do that. Certain things is just grounds for me to not.
You said
have any
lawyers.
What happened?
You said you have lawyers, right?
Attorneys. But I'm just saying, because it's a level of respect, because a lot of the times people get so familiar with you, and then they're so accustomed to just bouncing back over everything. They think that they can do anything, and then just give time as a like a, what is it, like a sealant or something like that to heal. You know what I mean? So for example, they think that time is just enough, not an apology or anything else. I'll just go off on you, give it time, and we should be just back cool by Friday. It doesn't work like that with me.
Yeah. That's fair.
No, I agree 100%, because like, do not yell in my face. Do not yell at me. Don't curse at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna just bring up a side of me that's not godly. And I don't like to be like that with my friends or people that's close with me. So I just rather you keep yourself together so I can keep myself together.
Where did that come from? Like, what does that, do you think that come from? I won't, like, not getting back into the conversation of triggers and traumas, but like, where did you realize, like, nah, this ain't for me? Because some people don't have that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Because some people let things slide and that's it.
Oh, no, not me. That's
not
me.
So, like, I used to, when I went to school in Virginia, like, New York, they curse like it's a term of endearment. But down there's certain curse words that we will stop everything and we're about to hash it out right then and there. So it's like, from different places, you let certain things slide, but others, it's just like, nah, this is like, dead up on that. So, like, where does that come from?
I don't have... I can't say, at this point in time, it's been like I realized. I just know I've always had like anger issues, but where they really stem from, I don't really know as of yet. Like I'm still like searching that out, trying to figure that out. But like I don't know. I just remember like anytime someone is like yelling at me or like I feel something. That's just like
We're laughing because there's an insider to that, so that's why we're laughing so hard. Continue on.
Do you feel it's important that before you go into a relationship is to deal with your insecurities?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that louder?
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Do you feel that it's important to deal with your insecurity before you go into a relationship?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Is that a requirement?
Yes.
I think for yourself, yeah.
Yes, it's a requirement for me. Well, for myself as well. I don't think I'm that much of an insecure person. Maybe with certain things, but I don't think it's really like. But I have like been in a relationship with insecure people, and it just sucks. Like,
yeah, it's not fun.
It's like you always have to like do extra just because of your lack of something, you know, and that's annoying. Like nobody wants to be.
And I don't want to say it depends on the insecurity, but I feel like there's levels of insecurities.
Any of it. So if you think you ugly, no,
not looks and stuff like that. But when it comes to like,
tough crowd.
I don't know, like, so I don't know how to like. I can't name.
I can't have a male friend. Nope.
Yeah, like stuff like that,
Yeah,
or like
that's kind of crazy.
It's just like, oh, please.
Or I can't have a male friend, but then you get insecure about the male friend around me. No.
But I think that plays like on a respect thing too, low key. I don't know.
Respect my butt. First of all,
I had male friends before you, so it's like now all of a sudden because
you was a male friend,
right?
You started as a male friend.
Okay. So now,
but you can't say that because like you see where we are now. But I wouldn't even say that. But it's like throughout life, there's gonna always be a male friend. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just the way life goes. Yeah. So you tell me I can only speak to females, but then we can't do that because there's lesbians out there.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you're gonna have to be insecure about women too.
No, guys don't. Most straight guys don't really care about that because they don't see. It's not a pride thing. It's only a pride thing when it's with other men.
Well, you need to fix your pride.
That's why it could be like. That's why it could be gay men that are friends with women, and if they look apart, then it's like this is just what I know. If a straight woman is friends with a gay man that looks straighter than her man's gonna have a problem.
If a gay, wait, say it again.
Basically, if the gay man
doesn't look gay and he looks like,
that's
and by look gay, I'm talking about like feminine, the stereotypical way that they think that gay people should be. So there is no one way, but if it's like, for example, if the straight husband is a certain size and then the gay best friend is like bigger,
I'm just not going to speak.
That's happened to me,
but it's very true.
I'm not one to be like, oh well, he's gay. I'm not that type of person. But if it's I want to be like, nigga, you dumb, he gay.
Yeah. Like, but if it's like a more dainty like guy that is a little bit more feminine, doesn't really pose that type of a threat, they don't care because they see them as a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not gonna.
Now, when I say the respecting, I'm asking like if let's say like y'all were in a relationship and one of the friends they just don't like. How do you go about that? Like, are you gonna just continue to be friends, or respect your man or woman? And
but it all depends on history and time and what's the real because that's trauma to me. Yeah.
And not to get spiritual,
but at the same time too. Hold on, just real quick, because you about to take it somewhere else. So just yes, you are. Just in response to what you're gonna say, like sometimes, and it's a flip side to it, because sometimes like your partner only. It's almost like when you break up with a boyfriend or girlfriend, your mom automatically is just like, no, like they like, and you go back to them like, oh no, we made up, but she's like, no, like I don't like that person no more. Yeah. It's the same thing with your partner. Okay. Once they realize like there's they done you wrong or you told them certain things, it's like they're not gonna want you to be with that person anymore out of like protecting you and trying to wishing the best for you, but altering the whole relationship because your partner is like no longer for your relationship is like that's kind of it's tricky.
Yeah, I gotta know like where does it stem from? Is it like a genuine like this person not good for you, or like I'm jealous or I'm insecure and I see.
Well, I'll say this: I'm not giving up. If I have good friends around, I'm not giving up my friends for a partner. Yeah. I'm not doing that. But
because the thing is,
when
we met,
that's interesting.
When we met, they were around. So you tell. So it's just like if it gets to where now we're together. And you telling me you have a problem, it's just like that's your problem now. That's now your problem. What you're doing.
And I agree with you. And the reason why I say that is because now that doesn't mean that if there's something that's disrespectful going on within the confines of my friendships in relation to my partner that I'm not going to check it because I'm going to check it. But I'm not going to just be like, okay, well, bye, and then just go be with somebody who I don't really know if it's even going to last based off of friendships that I've had for years. Now, what I will say is I've never been in a relationship. But I've had many friends I've had relationships of the opposite sex. And so for me, as the person who was the friend that was still kept around, I guess you can say.
They hated you.
Some of them didn't like me, but I was always respectful to the partner. So, for example, if I wanted to go and I'm talking about like real relationships. I'm not talking about no flip flopping boyfriend girlfriends. Yeah, I'm talking about serious like adult people. So if there was ever something that was going on, for example, I have a friend, she's married and she has kids. So we used to talk all the time, but now when I call her, I ask if he's okay, how he, I respect them as a couple, and I talk to him. He knows me. Like,
I guess I'm sorry. I guess I'm just because if your partner disrespect me a few times or whatever, or is blatant that they're jealous of our relationship.
No, but that's different. He wasn't like that. I'm talking about when it. I'm talking about when it comes to my experience. And if I'm talking about when it just comes to. No. It's not even like that because I agree. But I'm talking about like, for example, if you're new and you don't know me, you know what I mean, and now you're married and you have kids. Yes, that's my friend, but that's your wife. Yeah. So I have to respect the fact that she's not just my lady friend. She's your wife. So I'm going to respect you. Absolutely. Now I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, bro. I'm just going to be like, hey, bro, it's nice to meet you. We've been friends for 10 years. Blah 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 blah. I just want to let you know, like, whatever. Yeah, and it's never like that. Now, if that person's insecure, even after you have set what it is, and they still think that it's something else, that's a y'all problem, and that's where it's like, okay, well now you're doing too much.
Your skin too clear. I hate this.
Wow. For me, it's like it depends on the like. If the person that I'm friends with and they're in a relationship, if they're not doing the checking, that's a problem for me too. Okay. Like if you're my friend, I just taught a class. If you're my friend, it's like, and you're not, like, you allow, and I respect the husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend union. I respect that. Yeah. But if I'm your friend and I don't really have a relationship with the person that you're with, I feel like it's now your job to fend for whatever. Because me and you both know what's up. We know, like, so this is not your job. I don't want to come and talk. I don't want to do the whole woman to woman thing. I don't do that. I don't do none of that. If me and you know, like, I know what's up, you know what's up, it's now your job to now check.
I do think it's different with men. I will say.
No, it's definitely different because women do too much.
I don't think women should do that, but I'm not gonna say I think men should, but I do. Because I think just as a man, because the way I'm seeing it, I'm like, okay, I understand the both of them, but I agree with you too, because if something happens per se, you should be the one that's as the liaison between how him and I even know each other. Yes. Be the one that steps in and be like, okay, for whatever situation, good or bad.
Is it like you're responsible for your own friends and vice versa?
Yeah,
in a way, yeah.
But then at the same time too, because I'm only speaking on experience, your friend and their partner may have tried the route of, trying to make sure everything's copacetic or whatever. Now, if your partner is just jealous and there's no way around it, there's nothing you can do. So for me, bye to both of y'all, respectfully, because you're not going to continue to like bring drama in my life.
So how do you make it knowing that?
How do we make it?
Like, how do you get
through
that?
You answer some of the questions. Because you asking all this. I know, but I want you to answer what
he doesn't have best friends, remember?
It's okay. Make up a best friend.
We said go to your imaginary friend.
Imaginary Arthur?
No, well, I actually had a lady friend who had a boyfriend, and he was a very hostile individual, and he didn't really like me much, but we were friends for a very long time. But she checked him every time, and she let him know, this is, first of all, aside from the fact that he's obviously gay, he is, aside from that,
that's tough.
Aside from that, beyond that, he is.
But straight men be so dumb. Sorry, but
no, they do.
Straight men be so dumb to me when they do stuff. It's just like, yo, they don't even want what I have. Exactly. So why are you mad?
Exactly. But it's so sad. I'm gonna speak on that too, but. She had to tell him, like, she was like, she was like, he's been my friend and has been there for me in ways that you would not even imagine. So for you to think that you're going to come into the equation, and rid him, it's not going to happen. Like, and she basically let him know, like, I mean, I'll get rid of you before I get rid of him. Like, honestly, like,
and that's what. And I'm not saying that's what I want.
Yeah, I didn't want that either. But I was
like, that level of respect for the relationship means a lot.
I appreciated that
because that saved your relationship. That didn't
just turn around and eat the gummy
save
like,
my relationship because
like
we can't do nothing right. I swear.
Sorry, my Vantage.
Are y'all done?
No wrong.
Okay.
Oh, you was talking. I'm sorry. Oh.
I like the way my mom shaped this nigga.
Wow.
Anyway, Y'all may forget those things. Like, y'all just do the most.
You wouldn't want that to, not that you want that, but you like the respect
like
for that.
The respect level that was there for her to even put him in his place, that saved the relationship. Because if you're gonna come in, like, you're the newbie,
and that's also how you breed controlling partners too.
Exactly.
Like, if you're the newbie, like the person that knows both of us,
breed is a crazy.
You have to be the person to set that boundary. If that boundary is not set, then the person's gonna continue to like just abuse that. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna just abuse like yo. I just feel like I feel like that is that's a important topic that a lot of people don't talk about. Because when there's a relationship, like a best friend or friendship, and then someone comes in and that boundary is not set for that new partner, that really does ruin relationships.
It does.
Corey, how do you feel about the topic? You're a part of us. I want you to answer some questions. Okay?
I said,
like, you're just acting up when nobody can answer a question.
From my perspective, I've learned that when their spouses, if I have a friend that is dating somebody, their insecurity shows when you're providing for somebody in their life. So I've learned that you have two choices: step back from them, or keep doing what you're doing. Because if you're the friend that always provides and be there for their mental health, whatever that looks like to you, and the boyfriend or the girlfriend is trying to provide the same care, they can't do it because you've been there such like long period of time. So now it becomes a fight against you and me trying to take care of.
So would you consider like the best friend to be like the template of what the that person should be?
I like that.
So personally,
this is good questions tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
The template of what the person in a
wow.
Would you consider it to be the template of a person you're in a relationship with?
No, saying that since she's saying that the best friend, if the best friend was there longer than the person in the relationship,
you know what? I'm actually
you mirror.
Okay, I see what you're coming from, because the person that was in that last scenario that I was talking about, she used to always say that she wishes that she would marry somebody that had like my nature.
Okay.
So you know what I mean, because of the way that I cared for her as a friend and for, you know, her children or whatever. Like, so
like, why wouldn't they?
I think that
makes sense.
I think those statements come from how you treat your friend, your best friend. So how you start is what they model after, especially if it's a good.
Listen, I'm the blueprint, sweets.
But see, I don't want to blur that line, because I feel like it's something beautiful about having a best friend who's uniquely different, and then having a partner that's not exactly the same. Like, I feel like I don't need to pinpoint that I want to have, okay, this person I'm gonna write down, this person's gonna have a nice character, just kind. I already know that I want that in a person when I meet a person, so I don't really care. I want to see your own individuality. I don't want a best friend 2.0 but with a little pizzazz. I want my own person who's different from my best friend.
Yeah.
Because if I'm mad at my best friend, I don't want to go to best friend 2.0. I want to go to my partner.
Yeah. That's true.
Or something like that.
You don't want the same. It's like two people.
No, I mean obviously, because there's two different personalities. Like, obviously, that's there.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that your best friend catered to you, and you will want that in a partner.
And to bring that back around, maybe that's how some best friends start liking you.
Yeah,
no, of course.
But like what? So what are some of the things that a best friend may cater to you that you may want in a partner?
I just love to joke around. So like,
are we talking about best, like, same gender best friends, or opposite, or don't matter?
No,
but wouldn't y'all want anybody in your life to? I guess if that's the case, wouldn't you want anybody in your life to be that?
Because the one thing I was gonna say, it wouldn't go for a girl.
That's what I'm saying. But this is my thing. But there's a difference in relationship between a friend and a partner. So. Okay, for example, I want my best friend to love me, but I don't want you to love me the way my partner loves me. But I want
of course.
So I'm saying, so it's going to be like different. But then again, I want all my friends and people around me to love me.
The intention is different.
Yes,
right.
So even if there is love there, the intention for the love is different. So
you maybe that intensity of love, but just not in that way.
Yeah. So like, I'll love my best friend, but the way I would love my partner is completely it's totally different.
But there's certain that my best friend would have that like I need my partner to have as well. So it's not
okay. Like what?
It's not like a different.
So what else? So what are some of those requirements?
Yeah.
I mean, now for me, like I'm simple. So I just like to laugh. Like I just need somebody that knows how to joke around. Like honestly,
he likes one that has a lot of filler words but no actual content.
My God, today, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Fillers, Jesus.
Anyway, someone that's transparent, and just like emotionally available. I used to not be that way, and I realized how important it is. So, because I'm that way now, I would like that to be. So
that like a bouncing wall.
But isn't that stuff that you don't need a best friend to display to know that you want? Or maybe for me, I don't need my best friend to display.
No, I think we're answering like what is something that your best friend does that you would want in your.
Oh, just a regular style.
Yeah, so like the transparency and stuff like that. Like
so I have that with my best friend, but I want that in my partner.
Yeah, gotcha. So being able just to open up and we could like discuss certain things.
Yeah, because like in a best friend, sometimes usually we can talk about anything with our friends.
And sometimes it's hard as a partner to really discuss because you don't want your partner to see certain attributes about yourself, but you kind of need that. Like that's important because you need both each other need to know their whole selves.
Yeah,
I'm chopping up words because she's looking at me.
I kind of feel like honestly, right now I'm learning that certain relationships, especially when you start to get close, I guess best friend status or whatever, they kind of start to teach you about relationships, even in like romantically, like not on purpose, but it's just like certain relationships you'll see things in yourself and it's just like, okay, I know I can't do this with my partner, or like this is a red flag in me, or you know, like I'm starting to notice that now. Sorry, what is going on? We're talking a lot.
Yeah. So Amari, do you have
any what?
What would you take from your best friend?
No.
That you
what would you take? You don't have a best friend, but what would you take from your friend?
Corey, answer the question.
Transparency, as I would say.
No,
and,
use it a new word.
Open communication.
Corey's on you.
What about you, Rachel?
What did you just say?
No. What about you, Rachel?
I don't mind. I just want everyone. Okay. Anyway, what?
I said screw me.
Oh, I screw you.
Get you behind.
All right. Well, for me, I would want someone that I could just be myself with. Anyway, I just want someone that is, I would say the word understanding to kind of sum it up, but someone that I can be my full self with. Best friend, boyfriend, husband. Like, I want someone I can be my full self with and they can understand me. That's what I want.
Amar?
I want somebody that is going to, I like reassurance, but not in an insecure way. So one thing I like about my friends is that they know how to reassure me and reaffirm who I am, not just in myself but in God, and stuff like that is really important to me because there are times where I doubt my own self, and so I need somebody to just be like, you know, Amari, this is who you are. You know this, right? Like, this is not... But it's not something that I need, like, every day. Like, oh, my God, tell me who I am. Like, I know who I am, but at moments, you know, it's just like, oh, dang, I don't know if I could do this. Even through expressing. For example, the things I like about having best friends or just having close friends is you don't have to tell them when to jump in to be a best friend. Yeah. So it's like if I'm expressing certain things to you that are on my heart, that are hurting me, they can hear my concern and hear the tone of my voice, the nature of what I'm saying, and respond with the perfect thing that reassures me, and they don't even know it sometimes. So I would say I would really enjoy that in a partner. Like I said the other day, I'm a understanding lover. I'm not really a gifts and all that other stuff type of guy. Like, if you want to love me properly and allow me to receive it properly, that word of affirmation, that like quality time, just, you know, that's my thing.
You said, Joseph. Yeah. Well, what do you think? What are the things that you want in a relationship? And also, do you want to be a homewrecker with your best friend? This is another episode of The Vantage Point. We'll see you later.
Bye.